Candidates for State Senator, District 11. Marin Brannies, Party Republican. Campaign funding, participating. Website, no website listed. Marin is a female combat veteran, having bravely served the National Guard in Operation Iraqi Freedom, as well as Operation Copper Cactus, a counter-drug mission on the Arizona border, after being honorably discharged as a sergeant, Marin started a small business which continues to support our local schools, sports teams, and nonprofits over a decade later. Marin has been a nationally and state registered EMT and holds a bachelor's degree in behavioral science. As the first high school graduate in her family, Marin worked her way through college by serving the community as a waitress, tow truck driver, and EMT. When Marin purchased her first home in South Phoenix, she found it to be a perfect combination of her rural roots and city life. Having lived in diverse areas nationally and internationally, Marin understands that freedom isn't free. Freedom is priceless. Marin stands for community safety, limited government, criminal justice reform, free speech, Second Amendment as the great equalizer, pro-life, and caring for our rising generation. Marin is ready to stand on the front lines once again to represent you in Laveen, South Phoenix, Guadalupe, and downtown Phoenix in Legislative District 11. Janelle Wood. Party, Democratic. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, www.caveiroforaz.com/. For over 20 years, Janelle Wood has fought for equal opportunity, equity, and economic security, with the focus on policies impacting minorities, women, children, veterans, those with disabilities, and working families. She earned her master's in public administration to serve these communities. A mother of two, Janelle is concerned with the growth of homelessness in our district. She is committed to working with public safety officials and community members to establish a trusting relationship that ensures our neighborhoods are safe. As a public administrator, she has the experience to create policies and budgets to address such concerns. Janelle has a solid track record of achieving grants and fostering business development. She will work with local officials and community leaders to strengthen working families. As a state senator, Janelle will advocate for immediate action on workers' rights, universal child care, small business recovery, public safety, affordable housing, a respectable minimum wage, and clean and sustainable water policies. Katherine Miranda. Party, Democrat. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, www.mirandaforsenate.com. It's been said that education is a great equalizer, where common people can accomplish uncommon achievements. The goal of our education system is to create conditions where learners can contribute to our society and therefore improve a person's quality of life. Our education process at the local, state, and federal level must be looked at as an investment in people rather than a system of liabilities. As a former school teacher, school administrator, and school board member, I will lead the fight for school funding based on updated population and inflation data since 2008. To get an accurate aggregate expenditure limit amount. Until then, and only then, will we know the accurate amount our public school districts deserve. I support businesses. Businesses strive with well-skilled and educated employees. Those future employees are sitting in our classrooms today. I will bring the business and education stakeholders together when elected to better serve our students. I will fight for families, especially ones pending eviction. There are over 65,000 families in Arizona currently in danger of being evicted. Many of these families are in my district. Having already served in the House and Senate, experience is what I will bring to you. Katherine Miranda. Janelle Wood. Party, Democratic. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, no website listed. I consider myself an experienced leader and fighter for just, safe, and supportive environments for our children and families. As a community leader, dedicated wife, and mother, I have dedicated my life ensuring that our children have an opportunity to achieve their full potential, free from systems, laws, and policies that stand in their way. As founder of the Black Mothers Forum, I am committed to ending the school to prison pipeline, ending police violence, and caring for the mental health of our children and families. I know a great education is fundamental to Arizona's future. That's why I stood up for our students on the Arizona Department of Education's School Safety Task Force and Equity and Inclusion Council. Will use my experience to rebuild our education system and to ensure every child has a chance to succeed. As state senator for District 11, I will fight to fully fund our schools, restore Arizona's economy as we recover from the pandemic, fight to protect our right to vote, invest in our neighborhoods by ensuring affordable home ownership, good job opportunities, and infrastructure. Candidates for State Representative District 11. Shams Abdus Samad, Party Democratic. Campaign funding, participating. Website, shamsforaz.com. Shams grew up in Phoenix and is a longtime resident of Laveen. She is a graduate of the Phoenix Union High School District and a proud Sun Devil with both a BS and MS in engineering from Arizona State University. It was during a presidential campaign rally held on the ASU campus in 2007 for then Senator Barack Obama that Shams began her active involvement in the political arena. A lifelong Democrat and fired up, this was the beginning of her Democratic Party political activism. Starting at the grassroots level, Shams has and continues to tirelessly volunteer, organize events, serves as a precinct committee person, and also, but not limited to, being a legislative district board member. As a resident of the new Legislative District 11, redistricted from Legislative District 27, Shams has experienced and understands the core values and needs of our LD11 community. Shams' priorities are education, infrastructure, voting rights, workers' right to organize, and public safety. For more information about Shams Abdus Samad, visit her website, shamsforaz.com. Michael Butts, Party Democratic. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, www.michaeldbutts.com. Michael went to work for his community at the early age of 16, volunteering as the president for at-risk inner-city kids. Later, Michael took on the responsibility of being a community leader by becoming a Cincinnati police officer. Michael is the great-grandson of Willie Lee Abernathy Jr. and the great-great-grandson of Willie Lee Abernathy Sr. Both former Baptist pastors. As a distant nephew of the civil rights icon, Reverend Ralph David Abernathy, Michael felt an even greater call to leadership. He felt that call was in Phoenix, Arizona, and thus relocated his family in 2006. While pursuing his education at Arizona State University, Michael joined Phi Beta Sigma fraternity in 2011. In 2017, Michael was approached to lead as an educator. He taught high school for 2 years and social studies to 5th grade students for 3 years. Michael established mentors for 5th grade students with state leaders such as Senator Rebecca Rios. Developing leaders resonated with Michael in such a way that he obtained his master's in educational leadership through Northern Arizona University. While continuing to teach, he received his administrator certification and is now supporting the initiatives of Osborne School District. Oscar de Los Santos. Party, Democratic. Campaign funding, participating. Website, oscarforaz.com. The proud child of working-class immigrants, Oscar de Los Santos has dedicated his life and career to serving South Phoenix, Laveen, and Guadalupe. As a former 6th grade English teacher in South Phoenix, Oscar knows the importance of a high-quality public education for our community's children. As the former head of public policy of the Association of Arizona Food Banks, he represented Arizona's 1,000 food banks and food pantries, and worked successfully with both parties to pass legislation to combat childhood hunger today. He serves at the Arizona Democracy Resource Center, where he works to protect voting rights from Republican attacks. Prior to working on public policy in Arizona, Oscar worked in President Obama's 2012 campaign for president and in the Obama White House. Oscar holds 2 graduate degrees, one in Christian ethics from Union Theological Seminary and another in public policy from the University of Oxford, where he studied as a Rhodes Scholar. In office, Oscar will fight for smaller class sizes and better teacher pay, more jobs with living wages and good benefits in our community, and healthcare as a human right. Oscar is rejecting donations from lobbyists, corporations, and political action committees. Wesley West Leasy. Party, Democratic. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, no website listed. Wesley Leasy, single father to his daughter, former NFL Arizona Cardinals linebacker, small business owner, public speaker, coach, and board member of several community organizations, is proud to run for LD11. Investing in teacher recruitment and retention, protecting voter rights, attracting high-wage jobs, affordable housing, and making sure everyone has access to high-quality health care in the district are priorities he will fight for. Wesley, the oldest of 8, lost his father to illness at an early age and struggled in poverty with a single mother in Greenville, Mississippi. Sports became a catalyst for opportunities that taught Wesley the importance of community service. Earning an athletic scholarship to Mississippi State University, Wesley worked hard to position himself as a draft pick for the NFL's Arizona Cardinals, a lifelong dream. Wesley's philosophy is grounded in equality and respect for all, an open mind to new ideas, and the importance of listening. His commitment to listening has allowed him to connect with others and to fight for what is right. Wesley believes we must work together to find solutions that make us stronger and keep us special and diverse. He is passionate about making life better for others and our community. Tatiana Pena, M. Party, Republican. Campaign funding, participating. Website, TatianaPena4AZ.com. Tatiana Pena was born, raised, and resides in South Phoenix with her husband and 4 daughters. Tatiana attended elementary school in Roosevelt School District, RSD, transferred to ASU on scholarship from SMCC, completed a bachelor's in bilingual education and a master's in public administration from Grand Canyon University. Tatiana began teaching kindergarten and first grade in RSD and taught at public, charter, and private schools, stateside and internationally. Tatiana serves the community through several local nonprofits, assisting refugees, elderly, children, crisis pregnancy, low income, mentally ill, and immigrant communities. For example, Tatiana helps families align the best schools, programs, and funding to their child's specific needs. Tatiana is also a mariachi musician and has helped at-risk youth connect and progress through music. Tatiana is the representative for whom the community cries out. She supports our law enforcement and is committed to increasing public safety. Tatiana will defend our community's values through preserving parental and natural rights, protecting the unborn, improving the foster system, safeguarding the sacred right to vote, and empowering the nuclear family. Through her advocacy, Tatiana has already delivered significant investment and attention to our community. Tatiana will expand and continue to fulfill her promises as your representative. Marceloquinones. Party, Democratic. Campaign funding, traditional. Website, Marcelino4az.com. Marceloquinones proudly serves Legislative District 11 in the Arizona House of Representatives. As a first-generation college graduate, Marcelino has dedicated his career to providing opportunities to the community through his various servant leadership roles. He has taught in South Phoenix and was later elected to serve as a Roosevelt School Board member. He has served as a nonprofit leader at St. Vincent de Paul and was a director of educational outreach and partnerships at Arizona State University. Marcelino is a passionate educational advocate who has introduced legislation to increase the number of counselors and social workers in Arizona schools. Marcelino believes in economic development through an investment in community colleges and training schools and attracting businesses to call Arizona home. A fierce supporter of democracy, Marcelino believes every eligible voter should cast a ballot without additional barriers, and has spoken out on the House floor on this issue and voted against all anti-voter bills. Marcelino is committed to making Arizona a place of opportunity and prosperity for all. He lives in LD 11 with his 13-year-old daughter and is a staunch advocate for the arts. To learn more, visit www.marcelino4az.com. Nikita Ross, Party, Democratic. Campaign funding, participating. Website, nikitaross.com. Child and family well-being as a survivor of the foster care system, Nikita understands that every family should have access to the resources they need. This means not just affordable childcare and a living wage, but changing the laws that negatively impact low-income families. It is vital to provide necessary support and skills to the more than 14,000 youth in foster care in Arizona. We must ensure Arizona families have access to state and federal healthcare options, including abortions and gender-affirming care. Funding public education, Arizona is ranked 49th in education funding, but adequate funding is only part of the problem. As a governing board member for Phoenix Union, Nikita has consistently prioritized our students' educational, health, and safety needs, and teachers and families. As a state representative, she will be able to continue this work while fighting to increase state education funding to the national average. Criminal justice reform families are better together. Nikita knows criminal justice reform builds more robust and safer communities. she will fight to decriminalize substance abuse and other nonviolent offenses. So families and communities are strong, secure, and resilient.